Here are the glass balls I used to get some really awesome results for these few photos I'm going to show you. They turn on and off, so that's how they end up glowing. This is the exact setup I used. I have black velvet fabric that I put them in front of and then covered up the cord with the fabric, and here are some amazing results I got. This first photo, this is just what they look like. I put the fabric in between the holder and the ball for the first couple of photos, just to see how that would go, because I wanted to reduce the amount of light as much as possible to get the colors to pop. It turns out, pro tip on that one, it turns out much better if you don't have the fabric in between, because the colors get very muted if you put that fabric in, like literally in between there. So what I did for these first couple here, I did some telescoping on them. So I went and focused in on those, on first just 4 balls, and then I telescoped out a little, and that one turned out really, really cool. So then I tried doing it at an angle. So the second one here is I started low to the left and went high to the right, focused in on the middle one, and then I telescoped out. And it has such an amazing effect when it's more than one orb, as opposed to the single orbs from a couple of weeks ago, where you make this exploding star. This one is multiple exploding stars all together. It just turned out incredibly neat. I love that one. For the next couple, I swept across. So I focused in on the line of lights, on the line of orbs, and then for this first one here, I started with them over to the right on my viewfinder, and then I swept to the left, which then gave me streams all across that started on the left and ended on the right, because that's how it works. If you aim your camera here and sweep it, aim it to the right, sweep it to the left, then you end up with lines that are swept to the right. So that's how that one works. This next one here, I started at the top of my viewfinder and then swept up to the bottom, which seems weird to say, sweeping up to the bottom, but that's how I got that one. This last technique I'll show you, what I did, I focused in on the ball, on the orb, and then I just moved the camera around. So focus in on it, and then I moved it around in a clockwise motion for a couple of seconds there, and that's how I got the swirls in there. I did actually try just twisting the camera around, and unfortunately, I'll show you an example of that one. That one didn't turn out as neat as I was hoping it would, but here's the example. It kind of turned into a mess. I suppose if I put it on a tripod, maybe it might turn out a little bit better. I was not using one today because I wanted a little more freedom, but I can experiment with that if that's something that would interest you, and then I can show you my results from it. The next one here, I focused in on it again, and then I just squiggled up and down all across the row. So I have my row here, and then I focus in and squiggle up and down as I go across it. And I love that effect. It's just, it looks a little bit like electricity waves to me. I love how that one turned out. Then this last one, what I did, I had my orbs at an angle so that they were higher on the left than the right in the viewfinder, and I just swept it across to see what would happen. And I just get these beautiful little bits of fuzzy color that kind of pop, but they're still a little bit fuzzy. And that's actually one of my favorite ones. So the pro tip on these are, think about how much light you want in your photograph and how much you want those colors to pop, and then place your object and anything in between your object and your light accordingly to block out or allow as much light as you want in your controlled photo shoot. Thank you so much for watching. If you got anything at all out of this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you get all future photo tips. Please check out my video here about telescoping. I go into more detail on exactly how that is done in that video, so I'll see you there. And as always, keep being amazing.